Hey there, my friend Perry Tinsley here. Way too often, when I check in with friends or even family members, many of them respond with, I'm good, I'm just busy. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, there it is again. The busy badge being worn with pride. But I start to think, why? What's the deal with that? And I've caught myself in that thing before. Is like, I want to get out of the conversation, or are we truly like just telling ourselves we're busy all the time? Trust me, I've been there. It's not pretty. That feeling of burnout, that lacking of energy, trying to juggle a million things at once. And a lot of times people are thinking when life settles down, yet we keep adding to our plate and doing things to where we feel like we're just on thin ice. And it's no wonder that we often neglect our well-being, the things that can actually bring us energy, bring us more focus, productivity. And what I've learned, it's really boils down to making yourself a priority. It becomes a must, essentially, especially when it comes to exercise and nutrition and mindset. But the truth is, taking care of yourself, a lot of times people think, oh, that would be nice. That's such a luxury, but it's really a necessity, especially if you do have a lot of things going on. That's when you really need to dial it in. So I'm going to share some fun, simple ways to prioritize yourself, starting with some exercise, some mindset stuff. And I often share these tips with my clients. And I want to take the time to welcome you to another Power Blast podcast where we provide nourishment for the soul, allowing you to transform from the inside out, providing rapid results in mindset and fitness so that you can recharge your battery. And when I'm talking about that, it's your mental and your physical battery so that you can reclaim your power. And before we get into all this great stuff about making yourself a priority, I'll make sure you head over to my calendar. I mean, you can literally hit pause right now. Go over to my calendar, talktoperry.com. I want to hear what's going on, what you're struggling with, what goals you have, where you want to go. I'll give you 3 strategies while we're on there because I want to help you keep that energy high and reach all of your goals and recharge that mental and physical battery of yours, just like I was talking about. We do that in 15 minutes. Talktoperry.com. Okay, now you can unpause. Okay, so if you heard that part, you probably weren't on pause, were you? Okay. Anyway, we're going to start. And a lot of times, people are just like, just show me what to do, and I'll do it. But I want to dial it back a little bit and say mindset is key. Because a lot of times people get into these little things like this all or nothing mindset. I think I talked about that just the other day. You know, when you dial in a mindset ritual to reach your goals, nothing's going to stop you, no matter what health and fitness plan, you know, the ideal plan that you have. When you dial in your mindset and really empower yourself and really get into that state of being, not saying, hey, this is a someday maybe. I hope to lose some weight. I hope to be in shape. I hope to, have my life organized. I hope to. Not that. You start being that right now. And it's pretty amazing. It's a very easy ritual to get into that feeling. It's one to practice some gratitude and then visualize your day and even your goals, getting into that feeling. When you imprint that end result, like I'm at that end result on the screen of your mind, you can go there. You can be in it totally. And so I also add in meditation and some breathing. And of course, exercise, I think is our bodies were meant to move. And life has made it really convenient to just sit around and binge on our phones, binge on the computer, binge on streaming television. You know what I binge on streaming? I stream my workouts so I can get that done. Treat your workouts like it's a date on your calendar, like it's an appointment. You got to make the time, not find the time. Strive to make your workouts fun. If you're a person that tells yourself the story that exercise is boring, and I hear you, I was there too. It can be a drag, but it doesn't have to be. There's so many options out there. And a lot of times it's just testing things out and trying things and just seeing if your perspective and attitude has shifted over the years. For instance, here's how my mind shifted, not even about exercise, but it was about vegetables. Hated vegetables with a passion all my life. So that's the story I clung to until I decided to test that out. I decided as an adult in my 40s, is that really true? Do I still hate vegetables? I'm going to test it out for the next 30 days. And I did. I dropped like 5 pounds within a week. Felt amazing, energy off the hook. And I'm like, So then if you test out those, we'll call them, put them in the category of limiting beliefs, those stories, those paradigms that are holding you back, things that you've been programmed with over your whole life. And then you live up to that story wholeheartedly, and you even defend it. That's the way I would do it. I would defend it. No, I hate vegetables. Well, a lot of times people do that with their exercise. Test it out for 30 days. See, is that true? Or over the next 30 days, I'm determined to find something that I really enjoy, something that's fun, something to get me moving. And I'm going to test out and dispel that myth I've been telling myself, right? Could be dancing, could be hiking, it could be playing a sport, could be, who knows, spinning. I told myself I wouldn't like spinning, and now we got a spinning bike. We absolutely love it. It's like, why was I telling myself that story, right? Also, find an accountability buddy or even a group. I run groups every single month. You can reach out to me, Perry@putyourselffirst.com. Say, when's your next group, Perry? Because sometimes just having that person or group of people to help motivate and support you and lift you up, help hold you accountable, can make all the difference too. And especially when somebody holds, or has similar fitness goals as you. And you've got somebody there to celebrate your victories. So, nutrition. We're talking a little bit about vegetables there for a second. Meal prep like a boss. When I started to dial this in, I thought, wow, this simplified my life. And initially, I thought it would complicate my life. I decided to test it out again for 30 days. I carved out like a 2-hour time slot on Sundays. I'm going to portion out my foods, for the week, especially when it came for lunches. Breakfast I had dialed in. That was pretty easy. But the lunches, I wanted to quick grab and go. So I would batch cook like chicken, burgers, whatever it was, get all my vegetables all portioned out so that when I was ready to go to work in the morning, I could quick grab and go. I also did some meal prep for like 2-3 days of the week for dinners, so that because I was running a dog rescue, I had my own home business with video production and web design. I had an hour commute each way. I was a full-time teacher. And so with all this stuff, and doing this podcast, with all this stuff going on, I needed to systematize it a little bit. That's where I did. I said Sundays are my meal prep day. That's where I went with it. So not only you'll find it saves you time and money in the long run. You make healthier choices throughout the week. You might even find that you've got a hidden talent in some cooking or something like that. And focus on whole foods, that sort of thing, helping you boost your energy, helping with your focus. And that's why I would portion things out. And you know what? My grocery dollars went a long way when I did that, and I didn't have to overthink during the week. So it's totally cool. A few other thoughts here, as we're talking and wearing this busy badge sort of thing. When you're at work, it's really easy. If you have a sit-down job, now some of you might walk around, but if you have a sit-down job, take a few minutes. Just like a lot of times, a smartwatch, and I don't have a watch on at the moment, but will ping you and let you know, hey, you need to stand up. You've been sitting so long. But every 25 minutes, 30 minutes or so, get up and even just walk around a little bit, or sneak in some squats, or whatever it is, stretching. You can boost your energy almost immediately. It's kind of like an instant Starbucks effect. You won't notice it when you're sitting, and you'll think about it and you'll be like, last thing I want to do, I'm feeling the energy draining. The last thing I want to do is get up and move around. But that'll be the thing that will charge up your energy. Now I work from home. Just going downstairs to the kitchen, back up the stairs can be enough to do it. And speaking of energy, like I said before, hop on a what I call a recharge call at talktoperry.com. I call it recharge because so many of us, we've been talking about this, are bouncing from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing all day, and we're draining our mental and physical battery. We're like a 6-year-old iPhone, 2% battery life, afraid to open up any more apps. We don't have a charger in sight. And we're just like, we're running on fumes. I want to help you recharge. I want to hear your goals, what struggles you're going through, what things have become an energy drain for you. And I'll tell you within 15 minutes of us talking together where you're going to get the biggest result from, where you're going to recharge that mental and physical battery of yours. And I'll give you 3 strategies on how to boost your energy, reclaim your time, and make you the priority, the topic of what we've been talking about today. I often ask people, how would your life look different if your mental and physical battery was running at 100% every single day? Oh my gosh, you would be unstoppable, right? Jump on my calendar, absolutely free, talktoperry.com. I think having that morning ritual is totally empowering. It helps you become in control. And I say it's a morning ritual. That's what I do is in the morning, but you can make it any time of day. The morning stuff, it just sets the tone. It helps you focus on what truly matters. And just if I were to sum some stuff up here, wearing that busy badge is very, very common. So, give yourself a break on that. Catch yourself when you start saying, I'm busy, because you are programming your body and your mind with that. A lot of times we wear it with pride. Maybe change your language. I'm making myself a priority. It's crucial to prioritize yourself and your health. So take a deep breath, get in some laughter. Remember that making yourself a priority, it's not selfish. It's necessary. You've got this. So just know that you can choose to use your power, take control, or you can just let life and the hamster wheel keep going, and you let the excuses and the alibis and the justifications and the negotiations and defending those, that busy badge story that you've been telling yourself, or whatever other stories you're telling yourself, comparison, all of that. You can let it drain you and control you and drain that power of yours. It boils down to what it is that you want, deciding and committing to yourself and your goals, and choosing to figure out new ways, looking at possibility, learning and growing, and keep moving forward. You've got this, my friend. And I'd love to hear your top takeaway from today. Drop those in the comments. I do respond to those. And I just wanted to let you know, you absolutely rock, my friend. And as always, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week. That's another Power Blast podcast in the books. Thanks so much for tuning in. And remember, when you are ready to recharge your battery, make sure you go to talktoperry.com. That's talktoperry.com. That's Perry. And I want to listen. I want to hear, what's going on. I want to help you in that 15-minute call to recharge your battery and reclaim your power so that you're off and running and creating massive momentum toward your dream. Also, every day, I am delivering more motivation, support, tips, and strategies inside my free community with amazing people like yourself. And we are conquering the mindset and the fitness. I do 52 weeks of free training in there. Plus, I coach and I mentor people, as well as give you access to tons of resources and guides. It's called my Upside Down Fitness community because we work on a lot of mindset stuff, the inside stuff. And we're a fun group of people striving to make healthier habits in this awesome chapter of life. So make sure you get in there. I promise you'll absolutely love it. Just head over to upsidedownfit.com and you can get into the group. And hey, you would be an awesome friend if you get over to iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast and leave an honest rating and review for the Power Blast podcast. It helps awesome people like you find this show even faster, and that's who I'm looking for, awesome people like you. That's all I have for this week, my friend, and just to let you know, you absolutely rock. That's all I have for this week. I'll see you on the next Power Blast podcast, and always remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.